follow-up video here on Solana. So if you have not watched the video we did last time, feel free to go watch it so all of the doodles actually make sense to you, because this is all from the last video, but I'm going to clear that off so we can do clean TA. Before we get started, guys, please, if you haven't already, please sub to the YouTube channel, like, subscribe, press the bell button for notifications so you get these updates as they come out. If you have any interest of talking to me live after the videos, feel free to join the Discord server. The link to the server is in the description of this video below, alongside all the other affiliate services that I use and recommend that helps the channel grow. So thank you so much. Aside from that, now, guys, the reason why I'm looking back at Solana from our old video is because my first entry did hit. I did get my first position onto this big dump. You see my alert over here at 126.85. That's something I don't know if it was from the last one or I did this recently, but I am waiting for this level to get crossed to add to my position. Now here is all of the drawings that we had from the last time, going like, hey, this was resistance. If this breaks down, we want to go into the accumulation area, and we will take a long from the accumulation area. Now from this area, we are looking for that upward push. I'm going to start removing a few of these doodles just because I want you guys to see what is actually going on. I'm going to go to a lower time frame such as daily. And there you go. So what I was showing you was, hey, every time we came to this lower trend line, this retail trend line, we had buying opportunities, and the wicks were basically quickly bought up and looked for uptrend from there. So this is why we were looking for the long around this 130 area. This is literally where I got my long, going like, hey, if this 130 area holds as a higher low, we can look for a rounding bottom accumulation, aka this yellow doodle, and we could look for upside from there. Worst case scenario, if we want to take some liquidity, we will come into this order block in this green channel, and we can basically look for the midline tap, which is basically what actually occurred. Right around 120 was like the low of the low. And what that was, that if we got into this channel, we start breaking down the middle of this channel, the measured move of this huge head and shoulder would be enacted, and we would be looking for a move all the way down almost to $80. Okay. Now the reason why I wanted to point that out is because I set that alert over here at 126, but I have a limit ladder to pick up more of this position. So I had my first entry right here, but I have a ladder to basically pick up here, here, almost like every $5–10. I have a little bit more, and what's going on is my ladder is going like, sorry, that is not the right way. It'll go like this. Okay, so what this means is I have a pyramid ladder. Over here, it's like half of a Solana. Over here, it's like, you know, like 3/4. Let's say a quarter, half, 3/4. But after $90, all my add-ons are like, you know, 5 Solana, 10 Solana. You know, like it's basically building a large long position for that uptrend continuation. And as we make a pivot either at 90 or worst case scenario 72, I will be looking to take my profit immediately back as we get back into the channel. Now, if we don't get into this channel and I don't have this opportunity to fill up my ladder, and we start pivoting off of this level right here around 128, it's totally okay. I'm not going to cry because I got some of my position, and I will basically ride it to around 150 to take my first profit. Now, if we get above 150 into the 160, 170, that's when I'm going to be like, okay, I'm going to be less excited to add to my position, and I'm just going to rock what I have and let the rest of it basically come if it comes or not. I'll just remove my limits and add it to another asset if I find a buying opportunity. But that's basically the plan I have set up. I am looking to long this. If you want to do something like this, I don't recommend it, but I'll do it just for visual perspective sake. So something like this. you can look at it and you see how we're fighting this mid channel, right? So the midline of this channel was support, but then you lost the support, turned into resistance. Look, resistance, you dead catted into it, fell back down, found support on higher low. Now you actually hit resistance again, but you made higher lows, a bull flag, if you may, and that triangle bull flag broke to the upside. Okay, so now the resistance has flipped support. And now anytime we come into this mid channel, it's a buying opportunity. Hence why I took that long. Now, above this channel is good for me to take profit. Underneath the channel, midline of the channel, I can look to DCA into that long, like I said. And that's basically how I plan on trading this asset. Worst case scenario, I'll start to limit my risk underneath $73. Under $73 is when I'm like, okay, it's kind of just, I'm ready to take a loss. But my entry here at 130 is entry position. When I get down all the way over here, majority of my entries will be here. So my dollar cost average will bring my entry very, very close to here if they get filled on that ladder to the downside. If we're going to the upside, that's fine. I'll take some profit, leave my stop loss and profit, and let the rest of it ride into the levels that we discussed in the previous video. The way we are expecting off of the top of this channel, we can just look for it to go test right into resistance. I'm going to remove all of these doodles though. The main thing was the retail trend line broke down, okay? Now when we come back into the trend line, it's a take profit or shorting opportunity. As we're away from the trend line, it's a long scalp opportunity on support, and that's basically how I am going to be moving forward with this. I'm going to lower this doodle because I don't like all that thick stuff. Just this little, there's just too much going on visually for even me. So I'm just deleted a lot of stuff. I cleaned up this chart for us to be visually aware of what we're doing. These are resistances that is pointless because the fib is already doing all our work for us. So why do I need all this extra nonsense? Don't even need this alert really because my ladder is already set. If I didn't have the money already sitting in the order books, I would have that alert so I can come and attack it. But I am not going to be watching Solana as hard as I'm watching ETH. So I'm just going to leave my ladder and it's going to do its job for me. I don't really need to stress because the margin I used was like 20x leverage on cross, but I have plenty of money in that account that there's, you can go to zero and I'll still won't go liquidation. It's just going to be completely underwater for me until I add more money to DCA into my position to close. So yeah. Last but not least, you should check your funding rate. Let me check my funding rate. What is Solana's funding rate on MEXC? So that way we know that right now there is stuff going on with politics, such as Dixie. Okay, so right now what I'm looking at is Dixie at 106. If we can pull back from this 106, ETH and Bitcoin will get some upside love, and that will also give Solana upside love. If Dixie goes above 106, we are going to take another leg down on Bitcoin, ETH, and Solana will probably get that next leg down into that deeper dive that I already have documented here. So if that does occur, just be aware that that's a buying opportunity. Why is this? And yeah, I'm already ready for the drop, but I did get my entry position just in case. I don't want to not have some exposure to the upside after the people who just got pushed out from all the people who bought over here. It's a nice long scalp opportunity for now, so I'm gonna hold it. It's like 130, and I don't have a stop loss because I have the intention of this going like this, it's going in this scenario. I'm understanding of it, and then I'm looking for that. So, as long as it's following the range and not completely just destroying the price range in the channel, this is acceptable consolidational movements. Okay? That's basically all I have for you guys. So don't forget, if you guys are interested in joining me, feel free to join the Discord server. Link to the server is in the description of this video below, alongside all the other affiliate services that I use and recommend that helps the channel grow. And then, yeah, I mean, there's plenty of other videos that I've done, so if you're interested, feel free to look it out. On the higher time frame, here, let me turn off the doodles. you can see that we're potentially putting in a bottom, right? You can see that the retail trend line we did on the lower time frame, it did not break on the higher time frame. What we did on this lower time frame, 4 hour, with those little with the doodle. Sorry guys, I suck at life. This little red trend line that you see here, if you go to higher time frame, we have not really broken it yet. It's getting to the retest right now. So if we can get Solana above 150, I would be looking for us to go test into 170. If we find resistance at 150, it's gonna probably go back and grind the 120s. But it's not until we lose 120 on a daily open and close that you're looking for us to go test into those 170 and lower levels. I mean, I have the limit set in the hopes that I get a wick, but I'm pretty sure that whoever is doing whatever they're doing, they are purposely marking up Solana as the main altcoin to run alongside Bitcoin and ETH for this bull cycle. The Solana narrative is extremely, extremely strong. So I am not going to ignore where the money is going, and that's why I'm bringing this to your attention. If you want to be aware that, hey, like if you do this kind of stuff, a deep dive down is there. So just be aware that we're doing a potential deep dive to 80. But if this is a fake and all these people are trying to short this head and shoulder, what it could do is just go straight on up, and it will liquidate everyone before it wants to actually roll on over. So that is the last piece of advice I have for you guys. I hope everything was helpful. If you guys have any questions or concerns, leave in the comment section below. And please, please, please do not forget to subscribe to the channel, press the like button. And if you have any questions or concerns, hit me up in the comment section below. Thank you. Have a great day. Trade safe.